I'm going to record this lecture. I've been having trouble. Malik, maybe you can help me, man, with being an IT expert. I've been trying to upload these lectures onto e-learning from my other classes, and I've been struggling mightily. But my plan is for each day, I always encourage you, Nigeria, to try and attend each class. Do try and attend because I think it'll be helpful for you to learn in real time. But my plan is to record each lecture. I'm recording the lecture now and then to post it on your e-learning course site each day. I've been having some technical problems with my other classes so far, but I'm hoping to get that rectified. I did this last semester with no trouble, so it's probably something small on my end that I need to get corrected, and I'm hoping that'll be in order soon, so bear with me. So if you ever do miss class, the anticipation will be that these can be provided here, or if you do attend class, you're just gonna want to go back and review something. Can you all see my screen okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. I was going to start with the syllabus, but I want to start with the course site itself. So I'm going to go into your e-learning page. I am going to change to the student view so you all can see it. Well, we can look at it in the way that you all see it. And then one of the first things I want you to make note here, when you go down below, you can find the syllabus for this class, always on the front page. And please, Savannah, take time to look at the syllabus. The syllabus, and I'll go over it briefly in a moment. The syllabus, of course, is a written contract between you and I, and for all your classes. So please make sure that you look at them carefully so that you can know what we're going to be reading when certain assignments are due, contact information, and all those kind of things. So make note of that. That's on your front page. And also, Savannah, I was telling your classmates previously that my plan is to record each lecture as I'm doing now and upload it here. So the lectures, once I get this functioning properly, each recorded lecture will be posted on your front page here as well. So you can go back and review this when need be. You also see here this section syllabus where you can find this. So please get a hold of this and even upload it onto your laptop or your PC at the crib. Very briefly here in coursework, and please make sure you follow me. I know that these things are kind of tedious, but try and stick with me here. This will help save you some time as we go through the course. For all your assignments, obviously this class is going to be online this semester. So all your assignments are going to be submitted on e-learning through this section here, coursework. There, as you see, there's nothing here yet. But please believe there'll be several things added in coming weeks, assignments, quizzes, midterms, all that's going to be done right here under coursework. Whenever something is upcoming, you'll get an email notification about it. So also make sure you are routinely checking your email. Check your email your Allen email. Check your Allen email every single day for this class, okay? All right? I can hear y'all.
Okay.
All right.
Fantastic. Because again, since I will not physically be on campus this semester, it's going to be very important for you to check your email for updates. If we need to reschedule something for class, if you get extended office hours or something like that, if an assignment has been posted. So it's not going to be acceptable to say, well, I didn't know this or I didn't get this email. If you have technical problems with your email or any phase of this class and being able to do it online, let me know as soon as possible, and I'll work with you to get that resolved. Then the final thing that I know will be of interest to you e-learning is the grade book. And you see already here, right, how the points are broken down. So each week you get a full attendance point. We got a final exam that's worth 30 points, a midterm 30 points, 2 quizzes that are worth 10 points each. And as you go along, Nigeria, you can add along with me. Got 2 writing assignments. Now, be mindful about this, right? Sometimes I've seen in previous classes, the e-learning grade book, it'll do something funky where it gives you percentages for some reason, but we're going off of raw points. So my hope is that it'll tally things accordingly as we go along, but you may need to manually add your points up to see where you're at. But I'll have these updated weekly, and you can always know exactly where you stand in terms of your grades, okay? Are there any questions about e-learning?
No.
All right, and everybody's my Alan. Your login email is working okay, correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, word up. And again, if you have any issues that come about, I hope you all know I've had most of you all in class before. You have an advocate in me. So any problems that come about, just let me know and we'll round out a solution to them. But if y'all don't communicate and let me know what's going on, it becomes more difficult to find a solution to whatever problems may come about.
I'm
So
sorry, you probably already said it, but my phone was kind of going in and out just now.
Mhm.
But when you get done with the lectures after recording them, will you put them out right away, or would it be end of day?
My aim is to like put them up this very same day.
Okay.
So you usually probably like right after class because I'm an old man and I may forget it if I take too long.
Okay.
I have been having some technical problems with it with my previous classes. I have alerted IT to these issues. So I'm hoping that this will get rectified. But yeah, my plan will be to post them the same day.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. And definitely take advantage of these again. Like once we get started, we're going to move pretty quickly. So it can be helpful to review some of the things we talked about. But for all of you, again, who haven't had me before, one of the most important things is making sure that you keep up with the reading. And you all can see my screen, correct? You can see the syllabus?
Yes.
Can you see the syllabus?
Yes.
All right, so the book for this class, again, is Corrections Today by Larry Siegel and Bartolas. You'll see the course key there. So please, 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 please go and access that on Cengage today. Not tomorrow, not Friday, not Sunday, but today. And if you have any troubles getting access, free access, nobody should be paying for these books. So if you get a message where you're being charged or something like that, let me know as soon as possible. But please get the book. We're a little bit behind due to the scheduling, where this is a Monday, Wednesday class, and obviously like Monday, was a national holiday. So I need you to get this book and get caught up to speed with the reading as quickly as possible. But once you do so, I think it'll be a pretty straightforward text and information that you'll find interesting and useful. This class, again, is Intro to Corrections, CJ 208. Please make note of my office hours. Obviously, again, these office hours will be virtual. So Savannah, if you ever had any questions about the reading or you want to get some help with one of the writing assignments, just let me know and I will send you a Zoom link and we would meet just like this and
Okay.
go over any information that you might need. And as always, I highly recommend that you take advantage of the office hours. And if any of the hours listed here ever don't work for you and you need to see me beyond these hours, just give me as much notice as possible and I'll work with you. The course description, again, as you see here, and I'm assuming that all or most of you all are criminal justice majors or minors, correct?
Correct.
Yes, sir.
For sure. So with this in mind, like one of the things I want you always to be thinking about is how can this course help me prepare for my future career? Again, I want you to value learning for its own right, but let's be real. Like most of this is to prepare and train you for what you want to do once you leave here at Allen. And it's my goal to make sure that you always get this in every class that you take. So if you're a criminal justice major, you're going to get a lot here where if any of you ever work in a correctional facility or intern in a correctional facility, and then ideally, from my perspective, we want to keep as many people out of correctional facilities as possible. There are over, I want to say roughly like 2-3 million of our citizens that are institutionalized in correctional facilities right now. And many of those people look like us. Hell, many of them are y'all age. And I think, we want to be able to bring that total down with your help. It costs a lot. I know you all may find this hard to believe. We'll talk about this once we get into the class. It actually costs a lot more money to send somebody to prison than it does to pay for y'all to go to college. And those are our tax dollars that's used to do those things. So ideally, we want to be able to use our resources for something more valuable and to bring down that figure of people that are institutionalized. However, if they are institutionalized, we want to make sure that it's going to serve some purpose. So Before I even get into this, let me ask y'all this, right? And keep in mind, one of the reasons why I want to have y'all on camera, well, we have to be on camera to get your full attendance, is this is very much an interactive class. This is not no class where you turn on your Zoom and you do an XYZ while I'm talking in the background. If you got other things to do, I totally understand and respect that. One of the reasons why I'm going to record the lectures is that you don't have to feel compelled to, like, if to compete with the lecture. But if you're going to be here, I really do want you to be engaged, because our classes are going to be interactive. It's not just going to be me talking the whole time. So with this in mind, when we talk about corrections, okay, for sure. When we talk about corrections, what do y'all think is the purpose? Like, when we lock so many people up, what's the purpose of that, in your opinion? Like, what is our goal in putting people in prison?
To reform and like try to better them, like
Good.
put them in there. That's the purpose supposed to be.
Okay, good. Thanks, Shania. Other thoughts? Other thoughts on the purpose of putting these people in prison? Like I said, man, we doing a lot of money. We put a lot of money into this, so we need to understand and be thoughtful about, okay, what are we doing this for? And I hope this is certainly something that criminal justice majors are giving a lot of thought to, because too often we just be locking people up and we don't ask these kind of questions. So are there any other ideas about what is this for? Go ahead, Malik.
I think it's more of a butterfly effect theory, where, if one person is acting out, if they show you that, okay, it was just he's done this and this wrong, and we put him in jail, everybody else knows, okay, well, let me not do this, because these are the actions behind doing this right here.
Okay, good, very good, excellent. Other thoughts, other ideas? No wrong answers.
Is it like more like population control in a sense?
Who said that?
Savannah.
Now explain, Savannah. Why do you say so?
Because, one, that was the first thing that popped in my head. I'm not gonna lie to you. But
absolutely, it's all good. I love that.
I think mostly because if you can control one group to make yourself seem more dominant, like I guess like showing like power and stuff like that, then other people will follow. Basically, almost like a power thing, like so you can have people to follow behind you.
Interesting. Very good. All right, so look here, right? Like, one of the reasons why I love having these class discussions, and one of the reasons why I get frustrated at times when you all don't engage the material more, is that so much of the stuff that we're going to talk about in the class, y'all already have up here. Y'all already have an understanding of. What I'm going to try and do is to give you some tools to kind of bolster these cases even more, and also hopefully to correct some of these things that you may see as problematic with the system. But very good. So all those things that y'all said are spot on, and we're going to unpack those in great detail. I'm going to revisit these in a moment, and definitely probably until what's today, Wednesday, until Monday, when we finish the chapter 1 lecture. But good. Don't forget those points, Janiyah, Malik, and Savannah. We're going to come back to those in great detail, I promise. So again, the course, right, is it's a comprehensive introductory understanding of the correction system in the U.S., and we're going to look at the origins of the system, its evolution, how it's changed over time, the philosophies of correction. So the philosophies are kind of what you all just gave, that what is the purpose of this? What are we trying to accomplish in doing this? We're going to look on perspectives of sentencing in terms of, okay, Malik, if we want to make an example out of someone and show people to discourage other people from doing deviant behavior, how long should we put them in prison for? We're going to look at if there should be any alternatives to incarceration. That yes, that there are some times that, we need to put people in prison, but are there other things that maybe we could do to accomplish some of those same goals that you all spoke about?
Are we gonna bring up TED Talks? Because I've had a couple classes where we talked about this subject, and are we gonna visit or bring into the TED Talks that were talked about these things?
We may. I definitely, like, if there are some that you have seen or been exposed to, Malik, or anybody in the class, I absolutely encourage you all to share that. But I assure you, yes, we're going to pull from many different resources, not just the textbook. We're the book may be our foundation, but we're going to pull from some living, breathing resources that give us an understanding of this as well. In fact, normally, Malik, normal times when I teach this class, we actually go to a correctional facility so y'all can see these things yourselves. Like I usually take students over to Kirkland, but under COVID, that's not gonna be able to happen this semester, unfortunately. But I'll see if we can work out some other alternatives. So yeah, I'm definitely down for like bringing in TED Talks and other resources that you all may have come in contact with that you think will be relevant to helping our knowledge and understanding of course material. We want to, related to that, we want to look at offenders' rights and legal issues that a lot of times we believe that we tend to forget that people still have constitutional rights even when they're in prison. We want to really look at those closely. Again, if you work in a correctional facility, Janiyah, it's important that you understand the rights that those people still have. They're still human beings. They're still American citizens, even though they may have broken the law. And then finally, we want to look at like the administrative and staff responsibilities. As we talked about, I know that many of you are, I've talked to several students that have desired to work in a correctional facility, at least for a time, if not their full careers. And we want to really look closely at some of the responsibilities that come along with that position and some of the training and background knowledge that you'll need to be fully competitive for those jobs. Keep in mind, this is a Monday, Wednesday class. We do not meet on Fridays. We meet Tuesday to 3:20 p.m. And we will do this normally on Zoom during this time. As I said before, you're always encouraged to come to class, but I do want you to generally be engaged. At times I be seeing people on Zoom and stuff, and like, you know, you have your boyfriend crib, you working the register at Walmart, Cass is out there hooping, playing pickup basketball in class and stuff. I'm exaggerating with that last one, but I really like, you know, and again, I want you to come and show up however you can. But you'll do yourself a better service if you're really engaged. If this is just background noise, you ain't got to do that. It's not going to help you. You're actually going to waste your time. Like I said, once we get up and running, the lecture will be recorded. So the information will be here when you have time to really avail yourself to it. But I hope you can make it a commitment to make that time to be Monday and Wednesdays between 2 and 3:20. So try when we meet next week, try and be somewhere where you can really focus, be engaged, and take notes as we go along. I'm gonna allow you to look through the course objectives on your own. Again, the syllabus can be found on e-learning. Really check these out. Like, so Malik, in working with your resume and cover letter and things like that, for example, one of the things that we talked about is, as you go through these courses, you should be building knowledge and skills that's gonna prepare you for your careers. Otherwise, what are we doing here, right? So in each class, I promise you, you're getting something that, you know, builds towards that. So one of the things that Malik and I have been working on is really identifying the skills and knowledge that he already has that he can showcase to employers and to graduate schools. And I think all of now, again, you may not meet all of these objectives in these classes, but I'll be amazed if you don't get at least some of them. So for example, by the end of this class, you should be able to examine the role of corrections agencies within the larger criminal justice system. You should be able to discuss the concept of deterrence. You should be able to discuss modern institutional correctional facilities. What this speaks to, Janiyah, is that correctional facilities are designed and built a certain way. Why do you all think that is? Well, they give a lot of attention to how they build it. Why?
Could you say that one more time? You cut out, Dr. Muhammad.
Say it again.
Could you say that one more time? You got cut out when you was talking.
Absolutely. So one of the things that you're going to learn at the end of this class is the processes and rationale behind the construction of modern institutional correctional facilities. This speaks to how they're built. Why do you think that might be important to know that?
I think like just us being African Americans in America, that it's important that we know these things because we're already grouped in a minority class.
Not as much. I'm speaking like if you're like, so this is like if you're going in, these are things here, these objectives are less about things you should know socially than things that you should know as a criminal justice professional. So these are more things that go into like stuff that you should know for your career. It ain't about, you know, like, Black Lives Matter and things like that. We're gonna get some of that, but this is more things that if you're a criminal justice professional, why is it important to know how the facilities are constructed?
Because we're going to use it. Go ahead. Oh, because I'm going to use this in our job field, and it's very important that we know.
It's specifically right, like the buildings are constructed in a certain way to maximize security. We're going to talk about that in great detail. So keep this in mind, right? That if you know and understand that, that's going to be a skill in area of expertise that you'll have over your competitors. We also going to discuss prison management styles in terms of like, how do you manage a prison? Should you manage like a high risk prison the same way that you will manage like cats that may be getting out within a year or two, or as opposed to like a federal prison where you're doing like 25 to lifers? What are the ways that you should manage those? Look at the course policies on your own. I want to briefly get into the schedule. A question that, and I'll entertain this question maybe for like a week or two, but only for that long, because all the questions that inform how this class is structured, where can those questions be answered? Where can you find answers to those questions most likely?
Within your reading?
Say it again.
I said within your reading?
No. About the, say it again.
In the syllabus?
Yes.
Oh, right.
So questions about, hey, when is the first assignment going to be passed out? When is the assignment due? Dr. Muhammad, I missed last Tuesday. What did we read? All that stuff is in the syllabus. Please look at it closely. So each date here reflects what we're going to talk about on that day. So you should be prepared. So today is January 20th, correct?
Yes.
So we just get to know each other today. Chapter 1, we're going to begin talking about that on Monday. We're going to talk about it some more on Wednesday. Then we're going to talk about it some more the Monday after that. So in that way, Malik, I don't expect you to come in on Monday and necessarily have all of chapter 1 read, but I do expect you to have some of chapter 1 read by January 26th. Let's say 5 to 10 pages. Can y'all do that between now and Monday? Do you think you can manage that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. I highly recommend it. And that way, the lectures, like I lecture with PowerPoint Nigeria, that makes it a lot more where you can actually follow what's going on. Oftentimes, students will just try and think that they're going to get through this class by taking a whole bunch of notes off the PowerPoint. That is not going to be a good strategy here. And quite frankly, even if Malik, you're able to trick me, you should not want to do that. If you want to really make a difference and have opportunities within these career fields, you really got to know your stuff. It ain't just enough for you to have a 3.7 GPA and then you going on to a job interview and they're asking you stuff about criminal justice and you can't actually answer any of the questions. I've seen that happen too often, for young people. So you should really if you say that you really want to have a career in criminal justice, I would really encourage you to try and learn this stuff. Again, for your career, and then especially to Malik's earlier point, as young African Americans, it's really important for us to know some of these things about a system that oftentimes has worked to control our populations in ways that Savannah alluded to. So chapter 1, again, we're going to go over for several days. Chapter 2, so what is today's date?
The 20th?
Anybody?
The 20th?
It is. Yes, today is January 20th. I am not going to get into chapter 8, and make sure that you look at the syllabus, Janaya, because I do not go in order. I go from chapter 1 and chapter 2 all the way up to chapter 8. Look at the syllabus. Otherwise, you're going to read chapter 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're not even on that stuff. So please make sure that you go in order. But I bring this to your attention here, Malik, that I don't get into chapter 8 until February 22nd. So between now and the 22nd, that's roughly a month, right?
Yes,
you
sir.
all are required to read 2 whole chapters. Is that a lot?
No.
Not at all.
All right. So please stay on course, because again, there's some frustration. There's some confusion sometimes, Janaya, where like when students don't be keeping up with the reading, and I be going a little bit ballistic, and people are like, oh my God, why is he going so great? Because like you have to be really, really lazy and unfocused, quite frankly, to not be able to keep up with this pace of the reading. I know sometimes it can be a lot of reading, although this book is actually pretty abbreviated, but I try and stretch it out in a way where you don't have to overwhelm yourself. Savannah, you just got to do a little bit at a time. Now, if you want to, like, waste off the first month and then start trying to read chapter 1, 2, and 8 on February 22nd, that's up to you. But if you follow the syllabus, you can save yourself a lot of stress. And maybe I might save me some along the way. But look this over. Make sure that you get an early start on the reading and make note of when the assignments are due. Very quickly, I'm going to go through the course breakdown. To get an A in this class, you need 89 total points. We will start accumulating points here today. Here's how you can get these points. We have a midterm exam and final exam. Those exams are worth 30 points each. We got 2 writing assignments that are each worth 15 points. We're going to have 2 pop quizzes that are 10 points each. And then we're going to have some in-class writing. Now, even though the grading scale begins at 89 and peaks out at 100, you'll see here that you have 120 points to potentially earn. So it's way more points for you to earn that allow you to get an A. So you got a lot of wiggle room if you have a bad exam, if you don't do as well on the writing assignment as you would like, there's still going to be a lot of wiggle room for you to still get that A. And this doesn't even include, Savannah, some of the extra credit that I'll surely give you during class and throughout the semester. But look this over, and like I said, on your e-learning grade book, it's going to break this. It'll keep track of where you're at throughout the course. You just may have to enter it manually. Add it up manually. Are there any questions so far?
No, sir.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to leave it here for today. What I need you to do, you got 2 homework assignments tonight. You got 2 homework assignments. A, and this one you can do immediately. A, go and get access to your book. And then B, between now and Monday, try and read no less than 5 pages, but try and read like at least 10 pages between now and Monday. Nigeria, while you're reading, please take notes. Your notes should not just be you writing down in the book what's on there. It should be paraphrasing your understanding of what you're reading, your summary of the things that you think are most important, and then any questions about things that you read that you're not really clear on. Are there any questions about that?
No, sir.
What's y'all homework for Monday?
So been on read at least 5 up to 5 pages for the first chapter.
5 to 10.
Y'all got y'all got 2 assignments for Monday.
And
You said read
add the book.
pages.
Say it again.
You said read 5 pages?
Wait, so you have 2 homework assignments for Monday. What are they? What's the first one?
Add the book, add the course book.
Yes. And then after that,
Read
Yeah, you
5
read-
pages, I'm guessing.
wait, what's that range again, Malik?
He said 10.
No less than 5.
No less than 5 up to
If-
10.
Right. And look, if you want to be really radical and rebellious, Nigeria, and you like, you know what? Yeah, fuck what Muhammad talking about. I'm gonna read like 15 to 20 pages. I won't punish you. I won't be mad at you. But at least do 5 to 10. Are there any questions before we leave for the day?
No, sir.
All right, make sure that you accept the Zoom link for Monday's meeting. If you have any questions between now and then, don't hesitate to email me, or if you need to schedule a Zoom meeting, let me know. Please get that book ASAP.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. All right, y'all have a good one.
All
You
right.
too.